and welcome to this week's video. I don't know about you, but I save rather a lot of stuff because my motivation, my inspiration comes from materials and processes. I find it very difficult to part with materials, and that includes old work, tryouts, paper basically. And yeah, so things that I have made in the past on paper end up in folders, as you can see, dotted around the place, you know, stashed under the sofa bed. They're pieces of work that I'm not going to use as is, but I've saved them because the paper could be useful. I could paint on top of that, I could draw on top of that, I could cut that up, I could collage with it. Anyway, so I've had a bit of a sort out this week. So yeah, I had in my stash a lot of collages. So years ago I was focusing on learning how to make digital art, but I didn't want to make digital drawings. So I wanted to create the images analogue and then digitize them, with a view to I could use them for repeating patterns, surface pattern design. I had a whole load of collages. Yeah, what to do with these? Then I was a little bit inspired by, I bought a piece of work from Cornelia O'Donovan. So Cornelia O'Donovan is an English artist, practicing artist. I bought a small drawing painting of hers. I absolutely fell in love with this. And when it arrived, I thought, do you know, I really love the textures of this. I love the boldness of the colours. I love the textures. I love the quality of the material on the surface. I'll drop in some in my dining room here. I'm going to flip that around so I can see what I'm showing you. I have a corner of the wall where I have a collection of just random prints. As you can see, you know, some of them are mine, some of them are not. But the one I want to show you is up here. And this is the Cornelia O'Donovan. I've got the reflection of my camera. It's such a cute little bird. It's only wee. So if I put my hand next to it, you know, it's only very small. But isn't that adorable? And that is oil pastel and gouache. So it's about the same size as one of my little owls, 3 by 4 inches or something like that. That sparked me into wondering whether or not I could draw on top of the collages that I had already produced. So yeah, a little bit inspired by Cornelia O'Donovan, a little bit inspired with what to do with all this old paper and all this old work, which I'm never going to use again. I got the oil pastels out, and I have had a lovely time just dipping in and out and adding oil pastel to my existing collages. And yeah, I've had fun doing it, which is good. It's been like colouring in, which is great. But I'm liking the qualities of some of them. Some of them are going to end up in the bin. You know, I'm not happy with all of them, but they've been fun. It's been a fun experiment to do. If you want any ideas as to what to do with old work, then maybe have a look at this and see what you think. And oil pastels. I've played with oil pastels in the past, and very quickly got frustrated with them because I don't like the stickiness of them. I don't like the fact that they get stuck up your nails. And also I don't like the tackiness of them in a sketchbook. So yeah, they've been played with now and again, put back in the drawer, forgotten about. And they're on the desk at the moment. So oil pastels, love them or loathe them. I flip between the two. So at the moment I'm loving them. I'm loving the boldness of them. I'm loving the chunkiness of them. I'm liking the big bold lines that I can make. I love the fact that you can't do fine detail with them means that the work is naive. It suits my style. I think my style is quite naive and bold, yeah, so I'm loving them at the moment. There you go. This is the sort of thing I'm talking about. I'm talking about little play on paper where I've been, playing around with painting and negative shape. I'm talking about more illustrative collages. So, they're standalone. They're very, very simple, very bland. This one, there's a video, it's probably still here on my channel, where I just created these and made repeating patterns. So it was when I was exploring how to use Illustrator, how to use Photoshop to create repeating patterns. So those are on there, as are these. Similar sorts of videos using Illustrator and Photoshop to create repeating patterns. And they work for that because I wanted to remove the background digitally. So having it on a clear white background, you can get rid of that easily. And so you're left with the textured collaged images as a digital. But yeah, as a piece of paper, this is not art, but I mean, this is watercolour paper. It's probably not very expensive watercolour paper, but the material is too precious to throw away. So yeah, that's the sort of thing I've been dealing with. And let me show you some of my results. So I'm not altogether happy with all of them, but they're quite fun to do. Just drawn over with oil pastel. I have cropped some of these, so this one I've trimmed him down, but yeah, this you can definitely still see is collage because that is peeling off. But I've got rid of my white background. I've just added more texture to it, and that really works for me. This was the first one I tried. And again, it was the collage paper that I'd used at the time was quite flat and bland. It didn't have texture. It didn't, it wasn't very detailed. Yeah, I really like this, and I've done some sgraffito marks in the oil pastel as well. These two, I really quite love. I like my vessels. So these two started, I was practicing a few years ago doing some wonky vessels, and in the box here I've cut out these wonky vessels. So they were basically just Posca lined drawings onto painted paper. So some of these are newspaper, some of them are wallpaper, some of them are more art paper. But anyway, painted paper, and then I've cut them out and thought, right, I'll do something with them. And in the box they have stayed until now. Those ones are still in the box. But these two fitted quite nicely onto sort of like the A6 postcard size paper, which I quite like. I quite like the format of the postcard size. And yeah, it's brought those jugs to life. This paper was actually probably still got some of it here. This paper. So this paper was I don't really do watercolours like this in big form. I'll do it in small form in my sketchbook, where I'm doing a line and wash basically, and I really didn't like this, but the paper was good paper. It's watercolour paper, so I hacked it up, chopped it up into A6 pieces of paper, with a view to I can collage and draw onto them, and I think it's worked really well. What works for me with these ones is the complementary colours. So they really worked for me. These I was pleased with at first, but the contrast isn't quite so great. So yeah, these were the really textured paper. This paper, which is heavily textured acrylic collage paper. The pear wasn't, the apple definitely was. And yeah, so they were collages on here. I've trimmed them down to the A6 size. I'll talk about those in a minute. So these are the other collages. This didn't work for me. So this again is on the channel. It's a repeating pattern video with some collage strawberries. I'll put something somewhere, so if you do want to go and have a look at that video, you can. But yeah, that somehow just doesn't work quite so well for me, whether there's too much background on it or the background is too bland still, I don't know. But yeah, that's one of my less favourite ones. This fella, I'm not sure whether I like him or not. So it was a Collage toucan. Again, we've got that really heavily scratched green collage paper underneath there for his beak. The trouble with this one for me was I couldn't decide what colour was going to set him off. So that's why I've kind of blended colours in a bit more. Yeah, he's okay, he's okay. I think also the fact that it's a bigger piece of paper didn't help. I really liked working on the small A6 size. Quick to do, yeah, very satisfying. So yeah, and then these ones, this is my more successful one out of these. These were watercolour bugs on fairly cheap watercolour paper. So that one has worked well for me. I'm happy with that. So that's just the watercolour with the oil pastel on top. This one, again, I think it's because the background is too much background showing, and because the watercolour paper is that funny textured cheap watercolour paper, it's not really doing it for me. So yeah, I could do more to that, or it could go in the recycling. Again, with this one, bit, nah, don't know. So I think that my successes for me are the A6 postcard size ones. Half of that is because that's not quite A6, that's slightly smaller. Half of that is because it's the A6 size. I think those are the ones that worked for me. This one is okay. This one is okay. It's a little bit comic book for me. Again, I couldn't work out what colours to go at the back and the background. So that one is kind of sit with the toucan, is a bit, not sure. These ones I think are going to be destined for the recycling bin, but were fun to have a go at. This one was just a drawing with the oil pastels. And again, on my chopped up piece of, in fact I had 2 sheets of this, chopped up pieces of that watercolour paper. So there is some imaging, some marks on the background there. I have used pencil, so I've scratched into the oil pastel with pencil, so it's kind of left a pencil mark, but it's also scratched into it. So there you go, those are my experiments this week, and I must admit I've had fun doing it. What I'm going to do with them now, I don't know. Some of them, watch this space, some of these could end up on the Ko-fi store, so let me know in the comments if you like any of these and would like to give a home to one of these, and let me know. For those of you who don't know, I have on my Ko-fi page, I have now opened up a shop, and I'm using this shop for, I've called them smalls. So small items from the studio, bit of a studio sale, that sort of thing, older work. Yeah, just little bits and bobs. Anyway, have a little look on what's on my Ko-fi store if you like. So I think that's enough for this week, and I hope that was useful, and yeah, giving you a bit of permission to play and revisit some of your old artwork. You never know what could happen. You don't have to stick to oil pastels. You could have a go with chalk pastels on top, or the what are these? Neocolor 2s. Neocolor 2s would work very well on top as well. I didn't choose to go for the Neocolor 2s purely because I don't actually have too many of them, so my variety of colours is limited. Whereas I've got 2 boxes of oil pastels, ancient boxes. One of these boxes is easily 30 years old. So yeah, I had more oil pastels to play with. So that's it for this week. As always, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all your lovely and kind comments and messages of support. And if you'd like to sign up for my Substack newsletter, then please do. My email subscribers are the ones who are going to have the early access to any shop updates or edition releases. So if you're interested in being the first to know on any of those, then you can find the sign up details in the description below. Right, stop rabbiting, Helen. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, happy creating. Bye for now.